Hello and good evening once again, America! This is more NASCAR Cheez Cup Series racing action. This week we are at the Dover place for the Monster Mile, and this is the Foot Locker. Shoe for every foot. 400. Foot Locker with an excellent charitable organization sort of event here this week. Through this weekend, every pair of shoes that you purchase at Foot Locker will provide a pair of shoes to a family in dire need. A shoe for every foot. Foot Locker, excellent charity there. But in any case, the time for sentimental value is gone. The Foot Locker shoe for every foot 400 at the Monster Mile is about to get underway. 100 tough laps is what these drivers are going to have to face. But before they can start, we need to take a look at the starting lineup. Today, starting on pole will be the 31 of Donald Trump. Starting next to him will be Tommy Joe Martins in the 44. What If Racing is going to start alongside David Bowie. Fifth place is Arnold Schwarzenegger, and starting next to him will be that number 93 of Trent Reznor. Jesus Christ himself is going to start right next to Gibby Haynes in the 15. Aaron Carter is going to start alongside the Bee Gees this week. Bernie Sanders is going to start alongside his teammate Keanu Reeves. Barack Obama will start alongside Phil Collins. Winnie the Pooh is going to start next to John Popper in the 51. Benjamin Franklin is going to start next to Sweet Tooth. Mary Poppins and Tails are going to start side by side. Very fitting, seeing as how these are your two primary championship contenders at the current moment. Larry the Cable Guy is going to start alongside Susan Boyle. CM Punk will start next to Brock Lesnar. Justin Allgaier is going to start next to Jake from State Farm. Bruce Willis will start next to Jack Black. Brad Pitt's going to start next to Slim Shady. Greg Graffin will start next to Richie Birkenhead. Rob Halford is going to start next to Rob Zombie. The Robs are starting right next to each other. And Elvis Presley will start next to Vin Diesel. MC Hammer is going to start next to Janet Jackson. And rounding out the field is Corbin Forrester. Only 39 cars in this week's event. Dale Earnhardt from 1970 is your DNQ for this race. Dale Earnhardt from 1970 taking time out of his busy schedule to spend it with his family. Very honorable in a similar way that the Foot Locker shoe for every foot 400 is very honorable. But the time for honor is gone. It is time to race and beat the crap out of every other driver in your way trying to keep you from winning. This, the Foot Locker shoe for every foot 400. Smithfield Foods once again presenting our aerial coverage. And the pace car is getting set to head down pit road to begin this event. Donald Trump, your pole sitter. Underneath the 44 of Tommy Joe Martin's going to bring us down to green flag racing here from the Monster Mile. Donald Trump with a huge advantage going into turn 2, coming out of turn 2 as well. Donald Trump is your leader, followed by now second place What If Racing. Tommy Joe Martins with a poor start, to say the least. David Bowie is the next driver in line to start making some moves. Underneath that 44 car, as they are side by side all through the field. This racing action in the Foot Locker shoe for every foot 400. But it is Donald Trump with the lead. What If Racing is right there. Could we see an early pass for the lead? 100 laps here. Plenty of time for every driver to get the opportunity that they need. And there goes What If Racing underneath. Donald Trump in the 31. Battling side by side out of 2. They're nose to nose. They're just not giving any advantage to any other driver at the moment. But What If Racing has the advantaged line at the bottom of the field track. place, whatever you want to call this. They're still side by side, but What If Racing will lead that lap. Tommy Joe Martins with the useful draft on the bottom, pushing What If Racing further out, and your new leader for certain is What If Racing in the 25 car. Tommy Joe Martins the next to get past that number 31 of Donald Trump. And this race has indeed begun. 4 laps complete from Dover. What If Racing leads now over Tommy Joe Martins in second. Third place is Donald Trump. Fourth now is Arnold Schwarzenegger battling with David Bowie, who rounds out your top 5. Sixth place is Trent Reznor, followed by Jesus Christ himself. Next in line is Aaron Carter, and then is Barack Obama battling with Gibby Haynes for the final spot in the top 10. Fantastic driving all around the course. What If Racing leads. Tommy Joe Martins has caught that 25, however, and Donald Trump hasn't gone too far away from that lead. Tight racing action all throughout the field now. Let's take a look at who is in last. It is MC Hammer. Amazing. Anyway, don't want to take the cameras away from this lead just yet, because this battle continues. Donald Trump may have fallen a little bit, but it is still What If and Tommy Joe battling. The lead of this race. So tight, this battle here at Dover. Fantastic racing thus far. 8 laps complete, and it is currently What If over Tommy Joe, followed by the Donald. And Arnie is in fourth. If it weren't for this godforsaken pace car, we'd be able to get through these cameras a little bit better. Trent Reznor rounds out your top 5. Jesus Christ himself challenges in 6th. David Bowie sits 7th. Aaron Carter is 8th. Benjamin Franklin, of all people, is in 9th. And Phil Collins sits in 10th. Barack Obama's 11th. Mary Poppins down to 12th. Larry the Cable Guy and Bernie Sanders battle it out for the 13th position, and Tails is up to 15th. CM Punk sits in 16th. Justin Allgaier 17th. Keanu Reeves is 18th. And the Bee Gees push him, sitting 19th. Brad Pitt rounds out your top 20. Let's head back to the lead. And What If Racing has a gargantuan lead now over Donald Trump. Tommy Joe Martins back to 3rd. Arnold Schwarzenegger 4th. And Trent Reznor rounds out your top 5. Excellent racing thus far here from the Monster Mile. We'll take a quick commercial break. It'll be NASCAR non-stop action. Don't you dare go anywhere. This is NASCAR Cheez Cup Series racing action. The Foot Locker shoe for every foot 400.
Hold, please. You're holding for pizza. And wasting your life. Yes, wasting your life.
Let's go to Little Caesars and grab a hot and ready pizza.
Don't listen to your wife. Keep waiting and holding and waiting forever.
All right. Introducing Little Caesars Hot and Ready Pretzel Crust Pizza. A large pizza with a creamy cheddar cheese sauce topped with mozzarella, pepperoni, and a 4-cheese blend, all on a buttery, salted, soft pretzel crust for just $6 at Little Caesars.
Well, that seems to be everything. Well, thank you for choosing our company to close out your brand new 2018 model. If there's anything else we need to discuss or you need help with something, you can tell me right now, but if we're done, we can shake hands and be done with it. Yeah, actually, there is one thing that I could use. Okay, do you need a warranty, some mud flaps? Would you like a complimentary stuffed toy? Show me the Carfax. Sir, there is no Carfax. This is brand new off... Show me the Carfax. There's no Carfax, sir. Show me the Carfax, cunt. Excuse me? Show me the motherfucking Carfax. I fuck your mom every day in the ass. What? I swear to my God that I will throttle you to within an inch of your life if you don't give me the fucking Carfax. Okay. Yeah. Here you go. Thank you.
Start your search at Carfax.com.
Today's presentation of NASCAR Cheez It Cup Series racing action is presented by Capri Sun. Putting enough sugar in your juice to actually make your kids drink it. Welcome back to the Foot Locker Shoot for Every Foot 400 from the Monster Mile in Dover. What If Racing continues to lead. Powerful driving by that number 25 thus far in this event. Your pole sitter Donald Trump hasn't gone too far though. At the line, What If Racing has a 24.5. Donald Trump with a 24.2. So the lead is not secure, to say the least. Tommy Joe Martin sits in third place, followed by the fourth position of Trent Reznor. Arnold Schwarzenegger rounds out your top 5 as David Bowie takes the 6th position over Aaron Carter, Benjamin Franklin, Phil Collins, and Mary Poppins, your top 10. Back to Jesus Christ himself in 11th, and Barack Obama in 12th. Justin Allgaier has taken over 13th, and your points leader Tails sits in 14th. Rounding out your top 15 is What the Fuck 500 winner, Keanu Reeves. And since that's about all the things that Keanu Reeves has done thus far in the season, that's probably all you're going to be remembering him for. Donald Trump has, however, taken the lead now. And by a margin. What If must have had a bad corner or something, because that's a huge deficit to Donald Trump now. So at the line, we'll check out the times to be for certain. 24.6 for Donald Trump, 24.5 for What If. So yeah, it's not like his car went bad or anything and just had a bad corner, it assumes to be here. And Donald Trump is your leader. And that's just how it is now. You have to deal with that. You just have to deal with the fact that Trump is winning. You can deny it all you want, but it's pretty clear and obvious that Donald Trump's winning. So, yes, indeed, What If in second. Tommy Joe Martin's in third. Trent Reznor in fourth. And Arnold Schwarzenegger in fifth. Let's take a look back at some of your championship contenders. Mary Poppins rounds out your top 10 at the moment. Had a good finish last week to start making her way back up through the points once again. Phil Collins sits in ninth. Phil Collins has not been having a good past 3 races. Sonoma, he lost the lead on the last lap by running out of gas. Then he goes into Bristol and gets wrecked multiple times. Then he goes into Talladega and wrecks himself. Then he goes into the pit stop on the last lap at Atlanta. You see, Phil Collins, if he could just get out of his own way, he might be able to win a couple of races. Unfortunately, he is in his own way far too much. David Bowie, on the other hand, didn't have a good couple of races for a while there. Didn't have awful races by any means, but he could have been doing better, and now he is definitely doing better. David Bowie now in the 6th position, won at Talladega, finished well at Atlanta, and is now right back into that championship conversation once again. Let's take a look at the 24 of Corbin Forrester, wherever he may be. Corbin Forrester sits 22nd behind his teammate Brock Lesnar. These two were championship contenders for the longest time. Now Brock Lesnar has had a couple of bad races, but Corbin Forrester won last week at Atlanta. He sits in 22nd now, so that is definitely not going to help that whole championship thing, but, you know, there's still plenty of race left. Tails, however, sits in 13th. Tails had a full race lead over Mary Poppins going into Talladega and had a couple of bad races. Sits in 13th right now, being challenged by Jesus Christ in the 88. But Tails is looking to be doing pretty well for himself in this race here today. What If is still second behind their leader, Donald Trump. It is a quarter of the way through this race now. 26 laps completed, soon to be 27 laps complete. And pit stops sure to be looming closely. When will we see the first drivers take to pit road? Well, first we need to see if What If can make this pass complete on the 31 of Donald Trump. What if underneath Trump falls back and your new leader is that 25 of What If Racing? But Tommy Joe Martins has caught both of these drivers now. Does Tommy Joe Martins have the best car at the moment? We'll take a look at the speeds at the line to see for sure. Crossing the line now is What If Racing. 25-3 for What If, 25-5 for Donald Trump, and 25-1 for Tommy Joe Martins. But now they are freight training and trying to survive around this tumultuous racetrack. Every racetrack is tumultuous, though, because that's the only adjective that I can think of straight off the bat. You see? You see? You see what I mean? What If leads lap 29. It is 29 laps complete. Taking a drink of my Old Orchard 100% pineapple peach mango juice blend. There's some free advertising for you. But it is tight. Tight between these two drivers. The three drivers, actually. This battle for the lead is certainly is being a little bit of a battle. But now What If has pulled out to a gargantuan lead, so never mind. We will stay for a couple of more laps before we head to another commercial break. First things first, we'll go through the field quickly. What If Racing leads over second place Donald Trump. Tommy Joe Martins is third, and Trent Reznor is fourth. Rounding out your top five is Arnold Schwarzenegger, followed by David Bowie in sixth. Aaron Carter sits in seventh, and it is a battle for eighth between Phil Collins, Mary Poppins, and Benjamin Franklin. 11th is the 12th of Justin Allgaier, followed by Jesus Christ himself in 12th. 13th is Tails, followed by Bernie Sanders in 14th. CM Punk is in 15th. Brad Pitt is in 16th. Keanu Reeves in 17th. And a battle for 18th between the rest of the top 20. It is Barack Obama, Winnie the Pooh, and Greg Graffin under a blanket. 21st is Corbin Forrester, your last week's winner. And 22nd is Brock Lesnar. 23rd is Sweet Tooth, and Gibby Haynes and John Popper battle it out as the last of the top 25 drivers. Let's send it back up front, and What If has a pretty impressive lead now. That 25 car is powerful this week. We'll see if he can close it off when we get back from NASCAR non-stop commercials. Thanks for joining us once again for the Foot Locker Shoot for Every Foot 400 at the Monster Mile. We will be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Dude! The rent is due, your mom is dying, and your parole officer is outside looking for you. What are you gonna do? I don't see how this is helping. Fuck it.
I have a structured settlement and I need cash now.
Call J.G. Wentworth, 877 cash now. I have an annuity, but I need cash now. Call J.G. Wentworth, 877 cash now. 877 cash now. They have thousands, they'll help you too. One lump sum of cash they will pay to you. If you get long-term payments but you need cash now, call J.G. Wentworth, 877 cash now.
877 cash now.
877 cash now. 877 cash now.
It's your money. Use it when you need it.
Call J.G. Wentworth, 877 cash now. Call now.
Today's presentation of NASCAR Cheez It Cup Series racing action from Dover is presented by Google. Coming one step closer to becoming Skynet every day. Welcome back to the Foot Locker Shoe for Every Foot 400 from Dover, the Monster Mile. What If Racing continues to lead over Donald Trump in second. Tommy Joe Martins is in third, followed by Trent Reznor in fourth. Arnold Schwarzenegger rounds out your top five, but as you can see by this, lap times have fallen off considerably since the start of this event. Pit stops likely 3 whole seconds falling off from the best lap by What If that time around. Donald Trump with a whole half second better. Tommy Joe Martins 26.6, Trent Reznor 26.6, and Arnold Schwarzenegger 26.6. So, yeah, basically it's not going too well for these tires. It's all a question of whether or not they will pit before lap 50, that the answer to the question, will they be back down a second time, be answered. Donald Trump has caught back up to the number 25 car. 25 had been out to dinner this entire event. Well, maybe not this entire event, but for a good 15 or so laps. Trump, on the other hand, looking to get back that lead that he got by virtue of winning the pole. And we will see exactly what he can do, as he is challenging already. Out of turn 2. It is still What If over Donald Trump. I had a twisty tie in my hand. There it is. And it looks like there they go down pit road. So the answer is they will most likely be down pit road twice in this event. Lap 43, the pit road sequence begins. What If Racing over Donald Trump. Third place is Tommy Joe Martins, followed by that number 1 of Arnold Schwarzenegger. Let's see how this pit stop goes for our powerful leader. Donald Trump will be right there too, and so will frickin' Tommy Joe Martins. The entirety of the top 5 is going to be right here, so we can see exactly how well they get through this green flag pit stop. What If is the first to be completed. We'll see how far out he can get ahead of everyone else here. Ooh, that might be a little bit tight between Trump and Tommy Joe Martins. And, yeah, Tommy Joe Martins is there, but Donald Trump is not. There's Donald Trump all the way back there. Trump loses on a lot of spots. This could be catastrophic for the 31 car. Out behind them is Justin Allgaier. He appears to have gone down pit road and began the sequence with these other drivers, but now there are more drivers coming into pit road here. There is your points leader, Tails, in the 19. Susan Boyle and Gibby Haynes nearly collide on pit road there. Let's find our leader. There is your leader. What If Racing, with a probably gargantuan lead now, sits in the position of 5th. So most drivers have gone into pit road now. Once the sequence is concluded, is that Susan Boyle? Is she in second now, or what? Or is she a lap down now? We'll have to see. We'll just have to see. Let's see. At the line, Susan Boyle is still 37th? No, now she's 38th, so even worse. Never mind. Several of the cars going a lap down now, it appears. So there's Vin Diesel. What If Racing now is in the lead. Lap traffic now coming into play. Could this affect the aerodynamics of that number 25 car? First place is What If Racing. Second, you have to go all the way back to Tommy Joe Martins, a whole corner behind him now. Arnold Schwarzenegger is taking over the 3rd position. Donald Trump to 4th. 5th place is Mary Poppins. 6th is Justin Allgaier making moves on pit road. Trent Reznor is now 7th. David Bowie 8th. CM Punk is 9th, and rounding out your top 10 is Phil Collins. 11th is Benjamin Franklin. Corbin Forrester up to 12th. Bernie Sanders is now 13th. 14th, Aaron Carter. Barack Obama's 15th. 16th is Elvis Presley. Tails is up to, I believe, 17th. Jesus Christ to 18th. The Bee Gees are in 19th, and rounding out your top 20 is Winnie the Pooh. But What If Racing is your leader, and Susan Boyle has a run. The lap down Susan Boyle now has a run on our leader in the 25. I'm sorry. But it will be halfway to go at the line. 50 down, 50 to go. Once they cross the line, What If Racing leads at halfway. We'll take another quick commercial break. And hopefully this field settles itself out again. And we will see if anyone can challenge this number 25 car today. What If putting on a clinic. This is the Foot Locker. Shoot for every foot 400.
Oh no! You left the remote on the TV stand again! Are you too fat and lazy to get out of bed to retrieve your electronic devices that exist only to distract you from your real life responsibilities? Then you need the Grab-A-Claw! Using leaked government documents, we here at Cheez have created the perfect device to allow you to grab, poke, and flick from the comfort of your lane ward. You can use it to grab that pesky remote, or turn off the lights from a distance, and even place yourself in the manner that you wish your degenerate husband would like he does your neighbor. Other reaching instruments that don't have a marketing budget like us can go for as much as $5. But with today's introductory discount layaway holiday special offer, you can get your own Grab-A-Claw for the low price of 6 payments of $19.95. But wait, if you call within the next 10 seconds, we'll throw in a complimentary loose leaf sheet notebook paper, so you can write a threatening letter to that fucking broad next door that thinks she can steal your man. Just pay for express priority international shipping. Grab-A-Claws are selling fast, and due to the scarcity of expensive resources necessary to create one unit of this product, sales cannot be guaranteed without immediate payment. Don't let this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity be grabbed away from you, like your husband next door with that fucking rod. Call right now and secure your Grab-A-Claw. To order now, 1-800-USELESS or log on to www.shittyshiptech.com. Grab-A-Claws are branded in the state of Vermont. And several other states are currently filing suit against Shit Tech to start products and networks too, so call quickly to ensure your Grab-A-Claw. That's 1-800-USELESS. 1-800-USELESS. Shit Tech products have just been outlawed in the state of Maryland. All other 48 states still allow products for the moment. Don't delay. That's 1-800-USELESS.
Every day, more than 5,000 pounds of Cheez-Its are wasted by people who are too careless to seal their bags back up, which in turn causes the Cheez-Its to go soft. Right now, families around the world are throwing away their wasted Cheez-Its that could have been consumed by someone else who wasn't so cruel. Things like this may seem too much to watch or too difficult to solve, but you can help right now from your home. Call 1-866-CHEEZ-IT to contact the Cheez-It Help Hotline and donate to our cause to save the wasted Cheez-Its. You can help out our cause and change the world for the far better, one box of Cheez-Its at a time. Please, call right now and we will send you a photo of a box of Cheez-Its that you helped save with your donation.
Today's presentation of Nascar Cheez-It Cup Series racing action from Dover is presented by Spam. Hard to tell if there's more sodium or preservatives. Welcome back to the Foot Locker Shoot for Every Foot 400 from the Monster Mile in Dover, Delaware. What If Racing, being caught behind all of this lap traffic, has allowed that number 44 of Tommy Joe Martins to catch back up to our strong leader. What If Racing. Third place, you have to go all the way back to Arnold Schwarzenegger, who sits in third now. Fourth is Mary Poppins. Fifth is Justin Allgaier. Sixth, Trent Reznor. Your poll winner, Donald Trump, falling all the way to seventh. David Bowie is eighth. Phil Collins, ninth. And CM Punk is 10th. David Bowie is going down pit road for God knows why. Maybe we could call up Jesus Christ on the radio communications to find out why exactly that number 78 of David Bowie is going down pit road now. Potential strategic move by that 78, because he should be able to make it on gas at this point in the race. The question is, with the fresher tires that he will have now, will he be able, he is taking 4 tires. Will David, nope, never mind. David Bowie is out of this race. Thought he was making a brilliant strategy move there. But never mind. Through that, Tommy Joe Martins took the lead from What If Racing. In a fantastic drive, Tommy Joe Martins in that number 44 car. Let's take you through some teams, and we will see how teams are doing today. Let's take a look at Barry Gibbs Racing first things first. Jake from State Farm sits 29th. Slim Shady is 37th. Tails is 14th. And the Bee Gees are 20th. So mid-range in this race are the Bee Gees and their car. So not the greatest showing by these drivers, unfortunately. However, now we'll take a look at Hendrick Motorsports, which is probably having a pretty good day, because when don't they? Corbin Forrester sits 11th. As we all know, What If Racing has led for a lot of this race and sits 2nd. Let's find the number 5 of Mary Poppins, who is 4th place now. Brock Lesnar is probably doing the worst in 21st position, so that's Mary Poppins, What If. Oh yes, we need to see Jesus Christ himself's current position, who is in 16th. So, as a whole, yeah, David Bowie's gone. As a whole, Hendrick Motorsports is doing better than Barry Gibbs Racing. So, Justin Allgaier, like I said, sits in 5th. Allgaier, not have a good race last week. Finding consistency anywhere in this field is very difficult. It's been an up and down season for most drivers, so surprising that anyone even gets more than one win in this series, as Tommy Joe Martins continues to lead over What If Racing. That beautiful number 29 Rob Halford machine is of course a lap down, because, you know, I put all this time and effort into making these paint schemes just for these drivers to suck. So yes, fantastic drive by Rob Halford this week. In any case, as a prize for sitting through most of this race, 3/4 of the way, not 3/4, 2/3 of the way through this race, you viewers at home have earned a Crank It Up. So crank it up. Tommy Joe Martins continues to lead over What If Racing in 2nd. These two, the class of the field all day long. You have to go all the way back to Justin Allgaier in 3rd, who is basically, yes, the entire straightaway behind our leaders. Then 4th, it's Arnold Schwarzenegger, followed by Mary Poppins in 5th. Trent Reznor holds down 6th position. CM Punk is up to 7th. Phil Collins now to 8th. Benjamin Franklin is 9th, and rounding out your top 10 is your pole winner Donald Trump. Corbin Forrester is trying to challenge for that position, but it is just not happening. Rob Halford, now that he has gone a lap down, is of course performing fast, so at least we get to see that beautiful paint scheme. At the very least here, we get to see this beautiful paint scheme. But in any case, at the line, it will be 25 laps to go. 3/4 of this race complete as Tommy Joe Martins continues to lead. Tommy Joe Martins took over the lead under green, not right immediately after the pit stop sequences concluded. He has not looked back since. What If Racing has not been able to catch back up to that number 44 of Tommy Joe Martins. At the line, let's check out the lap times and see exactly how well this 44 is holding up about, 4/5 into this run. 25.7 for that Tommy Joe Martins. 25.7 also for What If Racing, practically mirroring these lap times are the two leaders. Let's go back after, let's wait another lap and see what their lap times this time around is, and then we will go through the entirety of the top 5. At the line, Tommy Joe Martins with a 25.6. What If with a 25.9. Arnold Schwarzenegger with a 26.2. Mary Palmer with a 26.3. 26.1 on Jack Black, who is not for position. 25.7 for Phil Collins, so that's a good lap, but Tommy Joe Martins proving to everyone exactly why he's in first place right now, as there they go. Pit road sequences have begun for the final time here at Dover, the Monster Mile. In the Foot Locker shoe for every foot 400. I'm pretty sure What If came along with him on this lap, unless he somehow got past Tommy Joe Martins. Well, there's Justin Allgaier. He's appearing to be the first one down pit road, so Justin Allgaier could potentially take over the lead here by pitting early. Everyone pitting now can make it to the end of this race. It's just a question of whether or not Justin Allgaier came down early enough to make up enough time on the racetrack, and if he will get held up by anyone. This is a very interesting strategic move by Justin Allgaier that could get this number 12 Verizon Ford Fusion to victory lane. Let's see what he can do. Here is Justin Allgaier, but Tommy Joe Martins is nowhere to be found, so in all likelihood, Tommy Joe Martins is still out in front. Indeed, there he is. We gotta wait for frickin' pit road to sequence itself out here, so until then, we can just watch Justin Allgaier try and get past this slow Elvis Presley car. Elvis Presley holding up second place. Those fresh tires are not going to help if he's stuck behind a slow car. This is annoying, to say the least. Come on, Justin, you can do it. There you go. There you go. See, I knew I could believe in you there. So Justin Allgaier up to 22nd now. There goes Rob Halford off of pit road. There is your leader, Tommy Joe Martins. At the line. Let's see what position he is in now. 21st up to 19th. So this pit road sequence is taking its sweet ass time. Someone's blown up, it looks like. That is Rob Zombie. It looked like he's coming out of pit road and Gibby Haynes was held up as a result. Oh! Oh my goodness! Justin Allgaier with a move on Keanu Reeves, nearly taking out that number 16. Wow! Justin Allgaier is potentially sick and tired of these annoying lapped cars holding him up as he gets into Keanu Reeves. And yes, indeed, we have a caution flag on the racetrack now. This could change everything as the pace car comes up in front of everyone. Let's take you back and see what exactly it was that brought out the first caution of the Foot Locker shoe for every foot 400. This is most likely a result of the, god damn it, the Rob Zombie blow up. So let us see what exactly brought out this, the first caution flag of today's event. Yes, indeed, there on the bottom is the destroyed number. Okay, maybe it was this incident between these two drivers. Let's see how this began. In super duper slow motion, we can see that Justin Allgaier made his intentions clear to go down and get underneath the number 16, but Keanu Reeves just dives down in front to try and keep that number 12 car at bay, and it did not work for that number 16 car. Justin Allgaier gets into that 16 car. They both save it. So in all likelihood, I mean, I would say that that was a caution flag for the blown up Rob Zombie, but since they don't put out cautions for blown up cars in this game, probably gonna have to assume that that was because of Keanu Reeves getting sideways out of turn 3. So now it is going to be Justin Allgaier behind that number 44 of Tommy Joe Martins in all likelihood, except that all depends on how this pit road sequence has gone. If there's anyone a lap down, that is going to be the question that needs the most answering. It all depends on who was laps down and who was just coming out of pit road as this sequence began. Here is what should be your leader, Tommy Joe Martins. We will see exactly how this shakes out. While they sort out the field, we'll go NASCAR nonstop and get it back to you once things are figured out. This is NASCAR Cheez Cup Series racing action from Dover, the Foot Locker shoe for every foot 400. And we will see how this running order shakes up once we return to the event. Welcome back to NASCAR Cheez Cup Series racing action from Dover in the Foot Locker shoe for every foot 400. Most of the laps in this event are complete, and we're going to be looking to have a shootout to determine the final outcome of this event. One to go at the line here. The running order was shaken up majorly because this sequence of shit started this caution flag came out right as green flag pit stops were getting themselves sorted out here at the Monster Mile. So at the line, it is going to be Tommy Joe Martins in 18th, followed by Justin Allgaier in 19th. All of these drivers were moving their way through the lap track, like everything was getting their shit figured out, basically. Since I was in the middle of green flag pit stops, yeah. The running order is going to be shaken up, to say the least. What If Racing is your current leader. The powerful Tommy Joe Martins, brought down by a caution flag late in the running of this, the Foot Locker shoe for every foot 400 at Dover. Pace car is off. Tommy Joe Martins is going to lead them to green. He is 18th. What If Racing restarts in first place, wherever the hell he is. What If Racing, your leader. Second place, I assume, is indeed Arnold Schwarzenegger. What If Racing, your leader. As everyone gets going around here, let's go to the spectator cam, just so we can see a better picture of what all is going on up there. Tommy Joe Martins with a huge advantage over everyone else at the moment. But it is What If Racing, your leader, being challenged now by Arnold Schwarzenegger in the number 1. 11 laps to go. What If Racing continues to lead, but he is high up on the racetrack. Arnold Schwarzenegger slows down. Oh, wait, never mind. I was looking at the wrong cars. Arnold Schwarzenegger is now completing the pass on What If Racing. And Arnold Schwarzenegger is your new leader here, coming down to the line. 10 laps to go. Trent Reznor is now third. Second place is Arnold Schwarzenegger, apparently. I guess Bernie Sanders is now your leader. This whole caution flag in the middle of green flag pit stops did not help the figuring out of this shit at all. Bernie Sanders is your leader apparently now. The question is, could Tommy Joe Martins have finished off this race if there hadn't been a caution flag? I guess we'll never know. If there's another caution flag, will this race get going green, and would these guys have another chance at glory? Bernie Sanders leads. 8 laps remain. In the Foot Locker, shoot for every foot 400. Bernie Sanders, your leader. Getting past What If Racing on a chaotic restart. I hate restarts in this game. Arnold Schwarzenegger is to second now. Winnie the Pooh to third. Trent Reznor falls behind. Okay, Jesus Christ is not on the lead lap. Trent Reznor falls down a couple of spots, and there is your restart leader. What If Racing. But it is all Bernie Sanders now. Bernie Sanders coming through into turn 3. 6 to go at the line, and Bernie Sanders is winning this race right now. A late race caution flips the entire running order on its head. Craziness, this race. Craziness. Absolute craziness. Bernie Sanders through turns 3 and 4 with the lead. And it is going to take a lot to get to this number 6 car. It looks like Winnie the Pooh may be a little bit faster than Arnold Schwarzenegger, but getting past Arnold Schwarzenegger is not proving to be a simple process for that number 7 car. That number 7 Honey-Maid / Dick's Sporting Goods car. Underneath the 41 is your leader, Bernie Sanders. Arnold Schwarzenegger makes a move underneath the lap down Gibby Haynes car, but it is all Bernie Sanders at this very moment right now. There's the stupid pace car, and Bernie Sanders is your leader. This race is going to shake up the standings, to say the least. Bernie Sanders was having about a 15th place season. Now he is going to shoot into the top 10 in all likelihood. There is Corbin Forrester, a championship contender. He is in the 23rd position. Let's scroll through a couple more championship contenders. 21st place is Tails now. Phil Collins is in 10th. Let's take a look at Tommy Joe Martins, who is in 18th after having the probably fastest car all day long. David Bowie is out. Jesus Christ himself is in 24th. Down pit road goes that 7 of Winnie the Pooh. And I guess a big question here now is, will all these drivers that stayed out make it through all this without running out of gas? Does Bernie Sanders have enough to complete this race? It is the white flag presented by Credit One Bank lap. And Bernie Sanders is going down pit road! Bernie Sanders down pit road! Greg Graffin is in second place, and now I'm pretty sure he's in first. It still says that he's in... No! Greg Graffin is in the lead! Greg Graffin, after Bernie Sanders went down pit road with 1 lap to go. Greg Graffin! He got the pole last week at Atlanta, but then he fell back. He was denied then, but he will not be denied today. Greg Graffin wins the Foot Locker shoe for every foot 400 from the Monster Mile. What on earth just happened? Trying to stretch it out on fuel were a couple of drivers there. Greg Graffin is your winner here today. Trent Reznor finishes second. Brad Pitt third. Janet Jackson fourth. Fifth is Vin Diesel. Sixth goes to Phil Collins, finally having a good race. Keanu Reeves, who was the victim of the caution, will finish second. The victim of the caution that turned this entire running order upside down. Greg Graffin takes the petty 43 to victory lane. There's Corbin Forrester. Don't know what he's doing. Where'd he finish? 15th. All right, if you say so. What on earth? Greg Graffin wins. Second place is Trent Reznor once again. Let's look through the top 10 now. 7th place, Keanu Reeves. 8th place, Richie Birkenhead. 9th place, Elvis Presley. And rounding out your top 10 is Aaron Carter, Tommy Joe Martin's Musters. An 11th place finish. Justin Allgaier ends up 12th. Tails in 14th. Corbin Forrester in 15th. Jesus Christ finishes 17th. The championship contenders just cannot get away from each other. After dominating most of this race, both What If Racing and Donald Trump finish in the mid-20s. And last place is David Bowie. Also last place on the track is Larry the Cable Guy. Wow! What a turn of events in this race. The Foot Locker, Shoe for Every Foot 400, won by Greg Graffin as Bernie Sanders heads down pit road running out of gas at the very end. What an incredible turn of events. What an incredible race from the Monster Mile. I can't wait to see what happens next week, and I can't wait to see how the points lineup is shaking out after this event. So, thank you all so much for tuning in to the Kamikaze Game Sports Network. From everyone here at the Kamikaze Game Sports Network and presenting the NASCAR Cheez-It Cup Series. This has been the Foot Locker Shoe for Every Foot 400 from Dover. See you next time. Who knows who's going to win next week? This has been NASCAR Cheez-It Cup Series Racing.